About the iPod, about games that you can play on the iPod, but there is actually a whole lot of other features besides music, besides games too, that are in the extra section. These are available from the first generation iPod all the way up to the Nano 5th generation. So the first feature besides games is alarms, which is very self-explanatory. You can just create an alarm. Pretty self-explanatory there. Calendars is also pretty self-explanatory. You can just go ahead and create a calendar. There we go, that's just how a calendar works. I'll let my screen get a little more focused. And then after that we get to clocks, which is, as you can tell, just like the wall clocks feature in Modern Clocks, the Modern Clock app. I have no clue if you can see any of that right now. And then we get into contacts, which is pretty self-explanatory. Now, you might be thinking, why would you have a contacts section? Now, contacts does actually require you to sync it with iTunes, which can come in handy, since back in the day when many people rocked old school phones. Yeah, you might need to look up a number or something that you would want to call. That's where the iPod would come in. And with calendars, that, I guess, even though many old school phones did have that feature and some had the alarm feature too, calendars, I guess, could be easy because the click wheel is a little easier to use. Then we get into fitness, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's literally just like it has a pedometer in it and everything, which is pretty cool. Then we get into notes, which also requires you to sync it with iTunes. Which you can basically sync text files with. And then we get to screen lock, which basically lets you set a passcode for an iPod. And then we have stopwatch, which is very self-explanatory. And then we have voice memos, which is also pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, it's basically it for all the extras in the iPods. You can no longer use contacts or notes with the iPod, however, you can still use other because that requires iTunes syncing, which isn't supported anymore. But you can still use everything else. And I have a video dedicated to the whole game section, which will be linked down below in the description. As this month is the 20-year anniversary of the iPod, all my videos this month except for one will be about iPods. So please stick around if you like this type of content. And as always, peace out.